How are you guys and ladies doing? I'm Mr. Deadman of the Deadman Horror Show, and we got to talk about this Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 remake on Netflix. If you want the short version of this, is it any good? No, no. It's look. The gore is fantastic. If you just want mindless gore, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that. And there's scenes in this movie that do not make any sense of why they are happening. And the only reason why you're getting the buckets of gore is because the movie was so haphazardly written to make it possible that characters are obviously not doing what anyone in their right mind would do in a scenario, in a situation, just so that a few scenes later a massive bloodbath could happen. This movie, this movie is not good. It's poorly written, poorly executed. It's shot well. Like I liked the original. I liked the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was great, fantastic, one of a kind. It set grounds. It established things. I do like that there's Easter eggs in this film. They kind of play throwback to the original. That is nice. I like how they have the original narrator. That is nice. The inclusion of Sally though kind of seemed like trying too hard to be Halloween, trying way too hard with Laurie Strode. In fact, even the actor played it in a way that I was not convinced. It seemed like it was paint by numbers, going through the I guess going through just the motions of okay, we're gonna have her be. We're just pretty much doing Halloween. We're doing Halloween kills. What we're doing. We're doing Halloween kills with a little bit of H2O in there, but it's so dumb. Look, all I have to tell you is this. There's one good scene in this movie. Only one good scene. When I say good, I mean objectively good. Objectively, it is a decent scene for a horror movie. And that is the scene where the hot blonde dies. I think her name is Ruth. Now, the problem is, though, is why she was even in that scene is kind of poorly written. Uh, if you really want to know, you can watch it. But this character gets into the sheriff's van for some reason because the other character needed to stay to do some speech or whatever, but she had no connection. Oh, man. I'm trying not to spoil it too much. I don't want to spoil it too much. I just want to say that in that motion or in that moment in that scene, there was tension. And it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I can tell you. Of course, you already know Leatherface is there in that moment. I'm not gonna, you can figure out why, I suppose. Uh, you kind of like it's one of those scenes where you kind of see where it's going. You kind of, especially watch a lot of horror movies, but the acting was good in that part. It did seem tense and it was believable. Okay, and intense gore on top of that. Good scene for a horror movie. Good scene for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But that was one. That was one scene out of like how many? When when Sally enters, Sally, the survivor of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, she's now a cop. She's a sheriff deputy or whatever. And there is a okay. I am like getting ahead of myself. Hold on. But let me just talk about. I'll talk about Sally, and then I get to the murder bus, the butcher bus. Okay. So there, they wrote Sally kind of like Laurie Strode in H2O or in Halloween, the Halloween reboot, to where she's been waiting for 50 years to take out Leatherface. Okay. Now up until this point in the movie, Leatherface has been killing everyone and anyone he comes across. Okay, he's just killing everyone. There's no exceptions. Now, she gets her shotgun loaded, fully loaded, and is determined. They wrote her to be determined. You see it. She does seem determined. But when she gets to the room where he's at, what does she do? Does she fire a shot? No. No. She stands there and is like, do you remember me? Can you say my name? Do you know who I am? Okay. Now, in this moment, what does Leatherface do? Does he kill her like he would kill anybody else? No, no. She's spared for some reason. Leatherface literally picks up the chainsaw, walks right by her. There's no connection. It's not even implied that there's any sort of connection. It's more like Leatherface, like, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you are. You are annoying me. It doesn't make any sense. He just turned a story about revenge into you rendered the character down to this attention-seeking thing where it's like, you don't even know who I am. I'm not that important. And for some reason, she didn't fire a shot. Poorly written character. You cannot tell me that the survivor of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when given the chance after 50 years, get a shotgun in her hands and face Leatherface, she wouldn't fire that goddamn shot. Oh, you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. And that's all you really need to know this movie is not worth your goddamn time. Horrible, shitty characters. Stupid ass fucking shit. Now, if you want to see a bunch of hipsters, college kid hipsters, or driving electric cars and saying lame lines like, I'm going to try to cancel you, bro, get slaughtered, and you like that, okay, fine, you'll like it. Because the movie is kind of funny in some ways. Man, it is bad. All right, we'll talk about one more scene. Which will kind of, once again, shine some more light on how poorly written this thing is. And how certain scenes are only there because characters are deliberately written in a way to do things that they wouldn't do if they were there. Like Sally sparing Leatherface, or Leatherface sparing Sally for some reason. What? Okay. So, let's talk about the slaughter bus. Now, the slaughter bus is a cool scene for the gore and the humor. It is a shit-tastic scene in the fact that to get to that scene, a character had to, or was written in a way to withhold information that no one in their right mind would withhold. So it goes like this. There's no one in this town. The town that they're in, it's dead. All the people that are being killed are like college kids or investors or whatever. They say they're investors, but they look like fucking college kids. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're on this bus, a party bus. So the bus is in town. Okay. Now, one of the people, this black chick, she goes out because she sees, she's looking for one of the main characters. Oh, it's a whole other thing could get into. How you don't, some of these characters have motives to do things. You do not care about them at all because they're real sleazy. Anyway, long story short, and to not give too many spoilers here, she sees something that's really fucked up. She sees someone dying right there in the street who is butchered. She doesn't know who he was butchered by. She doesn't know who Leatherface is, hasn't seen him or anything like that. But she sees this guy with a mutilated face. His jawline's all messed up. Kind of reminds me of like Attack on Titan or whatever. That face or the mouth is like kind of cut up like that, you know? And his chest is mutilated and he's dying. And the other person's like, okay, there's another person there. He's like, get to the bus. Y'all need to stay or y'all need to leave or whatever. So what does she do? So this black chick sees this guy die mutilated and dying right there in the street. She then turns around, goes to the bus, tells the bus driver to lock the bus or close the bus door and don't let anybody out. She doesn't then say why. She doesn't say, oh, there's someone who's dying outside, someone who's killed outside, we should probably leave. No, she doesn't say that. And they ask her why. She doesn't say why. No one does anything here that would make any sense. They're all stupid and inept. And because of that, because for some reason, after seeing, I guess, her friend get mutilated or be mutilated and dying there in the street, she goes back to the bus after being told to go back to the bus. She doesn't say, okay, we got to go, we got to leave. She did no panic state. Just keep the door closed. And someone's like, oh, I want to go out there. No, you can't go out there. Why can't I go out there? Oh, because I just said you can't. Why don't you tell them that someone fucking died out there and then you could just work on leaving or something? Dude, it's like this. It's so fucking poorly written. It is shit. But because of that, the bus stays there and Leatherface goes in there and slaughters everybody. Great. That is a cool scene. Cool effect. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Blade. But not with cool music, though. You know, not with the cool Blade rave music. So, yeah, overall, like I said, this movie is crap. It is shit. I wouldn't recommend. It is, it's a little funny, but that's it. I mean, if you're wanting a true Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, just watch the original. That's all you have to do. I mean, they come out with these reboots and sequels because they want to like make money off the franchise. You already kind of know that's going to be a waste of time. And that's what it is. All right.